The truth about Russia not wanting to supply S-400 air defense system to Iran to counter Israel after the 12-day Iran-Israel conflict, Iran's disappointing air defense capabilities became the focus of attention. A wave of criticism arose within the country, claiming that Russia's refusal to supply the S-400 long-range air defense system put Iran at a disadvantage against its opponents. According to the U.S. magazine Military Watch, the real reason does not lie with Russia, but mainly comes from within Iran itself. Did Russia really refuse to sell S-400 to Iran? There has been a recent opinion in Iran that Russia is biased in its willingness to supply the S-400 system to Turkey and has offered to sell the system to Saudi Arabia, but is hesitant or refusing to sell it to Iran. Former Iranian parliamentary vice president Ali Motahari is the strongest critic. Mr. Motahari mentioned that Iran provided Russia with Shat unmanned aerial vehicle UAV technology for use in the conflict in Ukraine, but what Tehran received in return was not commensurate. Russia refused to sell the S-400 system and delayed the delivery of more Su-35 fighters to Iran, despite our support for them in drone technology. That shows that Russia has no goodwill to help, Mr. Motahari wrote on the social network X recently. In fact, since 2019, many official Russian sources have confirmed that the country is ready to sell the S-400 system to Iran if requested. Ali Shamkhani, secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, expressed interest in advanced air defense systems at that time. However, the Russian side said that Iran had never sent an official request for purchase, so no transaction was conducted, notably after the assassination of General Qasem Soleimani in 2020. Many Russian parliamentarians called for an urgent military agreement with Iran, including the supply of S-400, even S-500, a new generation air defense system. Previously, Iran had purchased the Razon and Zeni long-range surveillance radar from Russia, showing that Moscow was not ignoring this Middle Eastern ally. Some sources from Iran also mentioned that Russia did not want to supply the S-400 system to avoid increasing tensions with Israel. In fact, Russia still sold the S-400 system to Turkey in 2019, although Ankara and Tel Aviv have always had a tense relationship related to Israel's policy towards the Palestinian community. In this deal, Turkey also faced criticism from the US for purchasing the Russian air defense system, prioritizing domestic air defense systems. According to Military Watch magazine, the underlying reason why the S-400 system does not appear in the Iranian military is due to the country's defense self-reliance policy. Since being sanctioned by the West, Iran has invested heavily in developing domestic defense technology. The most prominent in the air defense field is the Bavar 373 system, which is considered by domestic media as Iranian version of S-300. In March 2023, Iran's then defense minister Mohammad Reza Ashtiani declared that Tehran does not need to buy S-400 because it is completely self-sufficient in this field. In fact, Bavar 373 was the main system deployed in the war with Israel in June. According to Iranian media, this system shot down 3 F-35 stealth fighters, although this information has not been confirmed by Israel. However, the actual effectiveness of Bavar 373 is still controversial. Despite its praise, the system was unable to completely stop Israel's relentless attack, many of which flew deep into the country. Experts question whether Iran could have defended itself better with the S-400. Internal conflicts. The Israeli air campaign has not only exposed gaps in Iran's air defense system, but is also believed to deepen the conflicts between the IRGC and the civilian government. The IRGC controls most of Iran's air defense capabilities and is the unit that focuses on developing domestic weapons. Meanwhile, the civilian government under President Masoud Pezeshkian has been criticized for being incapable or indecisive in seeking advanced air defense systems through diplomatic channels. The new wave of criticism, notably from Ali Motahari, is not only aimed at Russia, but also implicitly questions the role of the IRGC. Many lawmakers believe that the IRGC's overemphasis on indigenous systems has kept Iran from accessing more advanced technologies and has cost it dearly when faced with a powerful adversary like Israel. Meanwhile, others believe that the Iranian government is partly to blame for not pressing Russia or other partners to ensure national defense capabilities. Some even suggest turning to China, a country that can provide the HQ-9 system with features equivalent to the S400, S400